Guys, we are finally back. I know you had one heck of a break. That was like almost an hour. I do apologize for that. Nothing that I can do, completely out of my control. If I could do something about it, I absolutely would. But we are back finally. Slap versus Fit for Fight now coming up in the losers bracket. This is going to be an elimination game, so whichever team loses out here will be done for the winter season. If they do end up winning here, they will be moving on to loser bracket round 2, which they will fight against the loser of Pain Gaming and Limited Edition. So a lot riding on this, guys. A lot riding on this, and we shall see how these teams are going to be faring here. Slap had actually taken a game off of Pain Gaming, which I don't think anybody expected, so very surprised to see that. But we are going to head in right now to our first map of this series, which is going to be on Siege of Shanghai. And currently, we are going to be seeing, I believe it's Fit for Fight on the more difficult side. Yes, we are. Chowder is going to be back up for Slap over here next to Crates. And he is going to be using that Ace 23 gun like that. I like anyways, in that situation. See if he can hold it down here on this right side. Now, a little bit of a change here to the roster of Slap. We do see X playing in there for Slap, so that's going to be a little bit different than what we saw here in the past. And it will be interesting to see how that actually changed up the chemistry of this team. Maybe we'll see a little bit more of a I don't know, a little something different coming in here. But it's going to be up to Tiago here, finally going to be able to take down Chowder. Chowder, though, doing really good work there on that flank, able to take down 2 of the players and prevent a lot of those pushes from happening as much as possible. But once again, we are going to be seeing Fit for Fight playing fairly well here, making their way all the way up to the U.S. side of the map. As you can see, the plant is going to be going down here in just a few moments. We do see X now trying to set up. He does get taken down. Not before he gets a nade off, though. Not going to be doing any damage with that one. Ultimatum now over here on the water side flank. See if he's going to be able to pick up any of these frags. And as you can see right there, Fit for Fight's looking for anybody that's going to be coming in on the flank. Not going to be finding anybody just yet. As there it is, Ultimatum does end up going down. We're also going to be seeing Sasha getting picked up as well. So not looking good whatsoever here for this Slap squad. Now, if you guys did watch that Pain Gaming match versus Slap just a little while ago, they did end up going down 3-0 on this very map, and it was fairly quickly as well too. So Slap, I don't know if they just felt like maybe they would have a better shake at it had they have played a different team or what, but they are going to be going down 0-1 here in the very first start of this game. DNZ finally getting picked up, 5-0. And we are going to be seeing Chowder now coming up, picks up No Wolf. Nice play there. But they have cleared out their home base. They are now going to be taking up positions inside mid. And this is going to be an advantage here for them, actually. If they can get this bomb down, and they should. They have players already set up next to Showroom. They already have players in Statue, and they already have players that should be pushing up at the escalator here fairly soon as well. Looks like they are going to be going over here towards this B site. A very popular site to go for, and if you can successfully get this planted, it will make it easier to go for that very coveted 2-1. And Chowder also going to be doing some work, picking up, I believe that was hit. He does take down the revive as well. That's going to be another death thrown in. Nice play there. We'll be able to take out DNZ. So we do have another squad wipe on the way here for Slap. Slap throwing down the gates as well. So this is definitely going to be helping them out a lot in this defense. All about time right now, guys. How long can they hold on to this? Chowder still going to be down below. We're just going to stay on board with him because he is the most forward pushed up person from this Slap squad, as we will be seeing him coming out of spawn here very soon. And it doesn't look like he's going to be finding anybody just yet. Ultimatum will be able to take down a player. It does seem like we are going to be seeing Fit for Fight going ahead and just going to go ahead and push back on over here towards the flank. They know, you know what, we already have that bomb lost. There's no point in us trying to go and just sacrificing ourselves over and over again to pick that last player up and try and get that defuse, which is highly unlikely to happen at that particular time. So we are going to be seeing Slap, though, now making their way back over here towards mid. Bomb should be spawning here in just a few more seconds, but we're already going to be seeing a couple of players set up for Fit for Fight on that ledge, and they will be able to get control of the bomb if they go in and sneak it over to it. And it does look like, yes, they will be able to get it. Nobody there for the defense, but we do see Ultimatum here in a position to stop this. Sasha needs to be able to spawn in very, very quickly here. They cannot allow this to go through their ranks, but it looks like, oh no, Ultimatum not able to get the frag. Sasha can't get the kill either. Very bad shots going in for both of these players, as we are going to be seeing now the spawns coming back in. This is not going to be too awful bad here for Slap, but they need to make sure they don't swipe, as that's going to be another 2 players down. X now coming in from the backside for this Slap squad. Can't get the bomb carrier. That will open it up for an A plant that will go down. Ultimatum now getting picked up. Chowder, don't really know what he was doing there in that situation. I think he really thought that his teammates were going to be able to clear it out, but now he's going to be taking a little bit of a lackadaisical approach here and coming back in, and I don't know if he's going to be able to do much of anything at all. Nice job there from JP. Will be able to take down Tiago. That bomb not going down just yet. Still going to be coming over here next to that alpha site. Hit will be back up as well. And finally, we'll be seeing a plan going down, but they need to clear out these players as quickly as possible. No Wolf still going to be alive. There's a squad wipe coming in, so the delay, or I'm sorry, the defuse will end up happening. But that was very sloppy play there from Slap. Should have been... it should not have gone that route, especially with Ultimatum and Sasha. That was terrible. They should have been able to get both of those players out, no problem, prevent anybody from spawning in that situation, but not going to be the case there. Ultimatum now going to be back up over here towards crates. He is in a good position here to get some nice pinches going on, but again, he's taking a lot of damage here, not doing a whole lot himself. Gotta be careful not to go down by his own nade as he gets bounced back towards him. Now we do see him getting picked up there onto Statue. Slap now getting pinched from the side. We do see hit coming in for our back range. Not going to be successful there, but the bomb carrier also getting picked up. That's going to leave it down to a 2-on-4 situation here with No Wolf coming in from the backside, and they will be able to clean this up. Chowder spawning back at main, making his way over here. Just trying to go over here towards ledge, but 3 minutes and 42 seconds left here on the clock. And we could be seeing a 2-1 coming in here for Fit for Fight. Nice two-piece nade there from Ultimatum. Does get entered back though and taken down eventually. But yeah, overall, really good fight or play here from Fit for Fight, just because they haven't been able to do this much damage on the worst side of the map. And you can see No Wolf getting a nice 2-piece there as well. And we are currently at, what is it, 41 to 33 there for Slap, 41 to 31. So really almost dead even in terms of fragging kills, fragging power. But we do have that slight advantage over here for Fit for Fight. A nice setup here, as we do see No Wolf getting that really long range AEK kill out of main spawn. And you can see Slap trying to desperately come in here for a flank. They need to make sure that they can clear out every single one of these players. Ultimatum is going to be coming up through the B or C buildings rather. Already letting his position be known. There's a shot coming in from that C building. Don't know if Slap actually realizes that he is there. Now down to Chowder and Sasha, as Chowder is going to be able to pick up at least one, but the 2-piece kill coming in as Fit for Fight should be able to get this alpha site. Don't really see them being able to wipe these players as well as getting onto the defuse. And no, we are going to be seeing a 2-1 in favor of Fit for Fight. Fantastic job from them. They made it. Actually, they did a really good job there of fighting back. You did see that initial plant going down, taking out that very first bomb site for Fit for Fight. 11 and 7 there for No Wolf. No Wolf had some really good plays there as well. DNZ did fairly decent job. I think DNZ was actually 5 and 0 at one point. 11 and 6 though, finishing up for that round. So fantastic job for them. Not getting a single bomb, or I'm sorry, not closing out 2-0 is going to make it easier for Slap to attempt to come back. Now they are going to be having the more difficult side of the map. Now if they can prevent a bomb from going down and get one of their own onto that B site, maybe force it into overtime, that is going to be a little bit easier for them. But still, when you're on the US side, you don't ever want to lose on that side. At the very least, you want to tie it up 1-1, but you never want to give it up at a 2-1. So that is going to be a little bit of a downer if you are a Slap fan. And Fit for Fight will be able to take that 2-1. Heading into round number 2. Now, we are going to be seeing a best of 3 here, guys. So, as previously we have seen, there are going to be a second chance, or there will be a second chance here. Can't even talk today, guys. I do apologize. On lockers, that will be our second map. But the problem is that Siege of Shanghai was Slap's choice. And we have said this many, many times. You don't ever want to lose on your choice map. I mean, that's supposed to be the map that, you know, you're going to have a leg up on. That's going to be your ace in the hole. That's the one that keeps you from going down to 2-0. So if we do see Slap losing on this particular map, we'll be seeing a lockers coming up. Now, I will also say this. Lockers is a map that we have said time and time again. It is an equalizer map. I would put both of these teams on a very equal footing on lockers. I don't really have a favorite for either team in that particular map. And then we are going to be seeing Storm as our tiebreaker map, which, well, we just saw Slap actually playing Pain on it, and I think they went down at a 3-1. But, you know, Storm is a very, very difficult map to play. You need to have just excellent teamwork and communication in order to hold down and defend those bomb sites once they are planted. That's one of the hardest thing that teams have in that particular map, is just defending once you get that plant going down. It is so difficult. Time and time again, we've seen wipe after wipe. So it's going to be an interesting series here. If Slap can't win on this map, they do have an opportunity on lockers. And very rarely do I actually say a team has an opportunity on the opponent's map, but they do in that situation. So would not count them out just yet. Fit for fight now going to be coming up with the blue side of the map. They should be able to get the bomb, and they will be able to get map control first. We do see nobody pushing up on Street Fight just yet. Nobody going in for that recon kit as well, so they're playing very, very standard here. And nobody going in for a very aggressive push except for Tiago coming out on the outside. He does end up failing in that situation. Immediately, No Wolf has to shift on out to try and make sure that there's not going to be any counter pushes coming in. That will leave the center of the map weak, which does give an opportunity here for Slap, and you can see it right now. The push is commencing, and that's going to be another 2 kills going into the favor here of Slap. Fit for fight is now on the back foot. You do see Hit setting up on top of the ledge. At the same time, though, we do see DNZ going out for a back rage. Not going to be the case now. Tiago, last man alive. He's going to be all the way back at main. And this is exactly what we wanted to see for Slap. Getting a very early wipe, making sure that they can get that bomb and move it to the other side of the map as quickly as possible. And especially with them being on the harder side, this will alleviate a lot of the pressure that they are feeling right about now. And JP with the bomb in hand will be able to make it over here onto that Bravo site. We'll see if they can tie this game up at 2-2. So far, the frags have been going in their way. Nice pickup there, as we do see a revolver kill, but unfortunately running out of everything. Not going to be able to do much there with that melee kill. And now Chowder is going to be back up. Ooh, the back rage, though, is going to be coming in. Slap not leaving a player back there. That's almost a standard play now. You have to leave somebody in the back just to make sure that you're not going to be getting a back rage. And look at that. Immediately, we are seeing the advantage swapping back into the favor here of Fit for Fight. And Slap is going to be fighting for their life up on top of ledge. JP able to get an assist there onto one. Teammates now coming to rack around. That's going to be 2 down. Chowder and Sasha both getting kills. They will be able to survive there in that flurry. And now Slap will be able to tie it up 2-2. And we'll see if they're going to be able to either take this game or maybe even tie it up. If they can still give up at least 1 bomb here and then go into overtime with taking one of their own. But again, that is very, very hard bomb site to take, that A and C site. See if Slap has it in him. Chowder will be able to get some long-range information there, letting his teammates know exactly where they're going to be shifting in from. Chowder, though, gets a nade right on top of the head. Not able to do much damage at all. Sasha coming back in from main. Bomb will be spawning back in. And this is terrible, actually, for Slap. They're not going to be set up onto crates. They're not going to be set up in a position to really stop this before the other team can kind of get some pretty good pressure on them. And as you can see, Mick and No Wolf both getting kills of their own. Chowder trying to come back in. We do see the revives there for Slap to keep their teams up and around. So very good job there on their part. And they will be able to push this back. So the bomb carrier now setting over here onto street side. Chowder will end up getting picked up. Sasha coming around on the flank as well. And you can see him coming in with that G18 to finish the players up. So fantastic job once again on their part, as we're already going to be seeing Sasha and JP making their way over here towards the opponent's team bomb area. The spawn should be coming back in very, very soon, but X needs to make sure that there's not going to be any flanks coming up, as he can already spot out one player. Misses the shots though. And remember, they have to get onto either Alpha or Charlie there. Chowder able to pick up a nice two-piece. Seaside really getting planted on here in just a few moments. Hit is going to be the only man in a position to stop this. And they have been able to take down Chowder, who so far 11-4 has just been the fragging king of this slap squad. And now down to only 2 players. Definitely not a good position for them to be in. The only thing is they aren't in that C site, which does give them a little bit more cover than Alpha. Really good shot there from Hext. The revives are going to be coming down there. A big push there from Sasha is going to fail. We do see JP also getting picked up as well. A flank for No Wolf could actually shut this down, as he picks up 1 and 2 to clean up, getting the squad wipe and the defuse as well. Slap tried to close that down very early on, but just did not have the positioning there. X also going down there in the flank. That pretty much ended that whole entire push. I mean, if you get wrapped around, especially in that position there, it's almost impossible to hold on. You really, really have to just have somebody going massive in terms of fragging power. And No Wolf is doing a really good job right now. He is currently at 9-6. Top fragging for squad. Make that 10-6, 7-6. Jumping around these quarters, 11-6. Oh my God, No Wolf here is on a roll. Can he pick it up? Again, he does. Taking down X with the G18 single-handedly, keeping his team up next to the C sites. And they could actually take the lead once again here, as we do see that flank going down. No Wolf playing out of his mind. He's going to be able to do even more damage with that G18, but you know what? Slap is not done yet. They will be able to get that final cleanup there onto Mick, who was the last man alive. And you know, I can't stress enough here, guys, if you are the last guy alive, if it even looks like you're going to be the last guy alive, just find a nice quiet place and chill out until you get some spawns in on you, because even if they get a defuse, you are going to be able to keep the pressure in on the opponent team, and you should be able to replant. Tiago does end up going down right there. I kind of like what Slap did in that situation. They didn't go for the bomb right away. What they ended up doing was waiting for the players from Fit for Fight to actually push up, and then they ended up getting the frags. But is it going to be enough here? It's a 3-on-3. We do see a couple of players trailing, as JP does end up getting picked up. Fit for Fight now trying to make the way towards that Alpha site to get the defense going down. We already see Tiago in a position here, right on C building. So far the bomb will end up going down. Nice pickup there from Slap, now down to a 2-on-3. Fit for Fight will be wrapping around. You can see him there. And a big two-piece coming in from Mick right there to even things up. That is a huge play. Might actually be able to come in here and get the defuse as well. He will not be able to survive there. 2 players spawning back in. That's going to be a wipe there onto Fit for Fight. We do have Tiago, though, coming out from the outside. And remember here, guys, we didn't have that bomb going down. So if Slap ends up taking this one, that is going to be their map. They will actually win it out at 3-2. And oh my God, I believe they just did. It's going to be very, very close here, guys. All 5 players are alive right now for Fit for Fight. This is going to be a last-ditch effort to try and make it happen. A big nade comes through. And oh my God, are they going to do it? No, they can't. 3 players tried to get onto the bomb. Wasn't fast enough. And guys, we are going to be seeing a Slap taking that first map 3-2. Fantastic job on their part, and especially on the harder side. Like, I feel like these teams, they hear me saying that, you know, it's a little bit difficult on the US side or on the Chinese side, and they just come back and they just roll the other team. It's like, what's going on here, guys? Come on. All right, so we are going to be swapping out maps here, or I'm sorry, servers. So we do have a little bit of a delay here. Hopefully not too long. Certainly not as long as what we saw before. But our next map will be on lockers. And as I've said many, many, many times before, that is an equalizer map. I mean, that map right there, we have seen upset after upset after upset. We have seen teams who should never be able to do as well as they have, being able to come back and put up amazing numbers on that particular map. So we'll see if Fit for Fight is going to be able to come back, take a win. It is their map choice. Okay, so they did pick this one. So that you like to think that they kind of have a little bit of a leg up on it. Now, we did see Fit for Fight winning on this map versus Limited Edition last week. So they do have some success on it. And this will be in a BR server. So you would think that pings might slightly go into the favor here of Fit for Fight, as well as the fact that it is on their own map. And overall, not a bad loss for Fit for Fight. I mean, honestly, they went 2-3. They did get 2 bombs down on the U.S. side. I'm sorry, on the Chinese side. They just really could not get the frags in their favor there in that last little bit. And Slap, you got to give Slap some props there. Chowder was going huge. He was beasting it up on street side. And, well, I mean, you saw him. He went on like a 4 or 5. It's like a 4 or 5 kill streak there for a little while. Just getting kill after kill after kill. So you got to give the man props there. But, you know, Slap playing really, really good. Fit for Fight, just not good enough. And we'll see if they're going to be able to make it happen here on Lockers. Now, the winner of this match will be moving on into the second loser's bracket. They will be facing off against the loser of Limited Edition and Pain Gaming. So there is going to be some interesting matches, I think, coming up. Slap looking pretty good here. Especially that win against Pain Gaming probably gave him a little bit of a confidence booster. I mean, I don't think anybody actually expected Pain to drop a map at all today. To be completely honest, I think that Pain, to me, was predicted to go 2-0-2-0, secure that #1 seed pretty easily. And if you think about it, I mean, this is just you know, theory. Or not theory, fantasy. I don't know what you want to call it. My mind's all fuzzy. But anyways, if you think about it, if Pain had been upset by Slap, then they most likely would have made it up into the playoffs anyways. But had they been upset, that means that the best that they could have done was get the #2 seed, which would have put them directly against Sponsorless. So you would have had the #1 and the #2 team actually facing off against each other in the finals next weekend from the very start. That would have been insane to see, but not going to be the case. I don't think Limited Edition is going to have too much of a chance there versus that Pain Gaming. Pain was also very cold going into today. They hadn't played previously, so that could also be another reason for it. But anyways, we are going to be jumping on in hopefully here very, very soon. We have everybody from I think Fit for Fight now. We're just waiting in one last player from Slap, and that's going to be JP. Hopefully he's going to be able to get in here very, very soon. We'll get this match started. Once again, guys, we do apologize for the big delay that happened previously. Obviously, that's not something that we want to do, but some things went wrong. We had some issues with the ESL site going down, and that complicates things. So hopefully no more delays today. I'm predicting that we're going to be able to skate on through this, no problem. Maybe finish up here in the next 3 hours or so, and we'll be all good. That is very wishful thinking, but you know what? I have to stay positive. I need to stay positive, especially after the lack of sleep that I got last night. Whew. While you guys are waiting, you can hit that exclamation point bracket, type it into the stream. It will pull up the link to the brackets if you want to check them out. And if you want to go check out the website, head on over to play.eslgaming.com. Sign up for other cups that are coming in the future. And, of course, make sure you do follow us on Twitter, ESL Battlefield, as well as our Facebook page. And we'll let you know when we have all kinds of goodies and news incoming in the future. Winter season, hopefully going to be starting up here pretty soon for 8s and 10s. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you do follow us in the respective media. outlets. All right, so we have all 5 players now for each team in the Soiva. And we are going to be seeing, I believe, yep, Slap is going to be on the red side. Wow, actually everything is where it's supposed to right from the start. That is impressive. That doesn't happen very often, guys. All right. So, standard breakouts for this particular map, we're going to be seeing, excuse me, we'll usually be seeing 2 going outside for the blue team, 3 going inside, and then 1 kind of playing passive right here next to tunnel, and then the rest of the 4 going into to mid. We do see a push coming up into lower tunnels. Most of the time it's not successful, and it does end up in a big stalemate here towards the middle of the map. Tower is going to be a big deal here in this map as well. We'll see if these teams decide to try and come in and take it down right away or not. I'm not too sure, to be completely honest with you, if either of these teams has that in their strategy. I know that Simthic back in the last season, that was a big thing. Or that was a big thing for them. Secret always ran engineer, and they always had rockets on hand. So we'll see if either of these teams adopt that that strategy there, taking down that middle section, opening up a couple of lanes as well. And we'll see if F4F's going to be able to come back here, guys. Remember, 1 map to Slap, as they were able to take it 3-2 on Siege of Shanghai, and we are going to be seeing that 3-2 split coming in here. And we are going to be having, a little bit of miscommunication there. Ultimatum, I don't think he realized that he was the guy that's supposed to play passive. But it's not going to make too much of a difference. I mean, well, actually, I think he went up on Fan. Oh, he did. I did. Okay, so he went up on Fan. We don't really see too many people playing up on Fan. Good vantage point, though. Nobody is going to be pushing out here, as we do see the bomb going into the favor right now of F4F. No Wolf now looking for any kind of opening to try and get a couple of frags here. This map is definitely going to be coming into basically who makes the first mistake. Whoever is going to go down two frags, that's going to be it. We're going to be seeing... I have no clue what he's doing there. But that is going to be No Wolf right now, trying to pick up at least one of the frags inside the staircases. Can't quite do it just yet. He is fairly low on health. His teammate, though, will be able to come in, taking down JP. That Nay going to be doing a bit of damage here. Oh, man. Survives with 3 health. There you go. DNZ finally opening up the gate. That's going to help him out quite a bit, but he does get picked up by X, who's going to rotate here to try and help his teammates out. But Mick is going to be able to get a big 2-piece there onto upper tunnels. That's going to leave it up to X and Ultimatum to try to hold on. Now down to Ultimatum all alone to hold on to a 4-5-man push now. Not looking good whatsoever, as we might be seeing this first point going into the favor here of F4F. No Wolf now looking in for any rotations to be coming in from the medical side of the map. Chowder is going to be getting picked up as well. That's another squad wipe going down. People are pretty much going to be stuck outside. It's going to be X trying to make his way in, but I mean that's almost an impossible push that he's going to be having. Hit will be able to get that first kill, looking in for number 2, and he is going to be able to do a little bit of damage there. Not quite get the frag on him just yet. There he goes, finishing it up. Ultimatum not having much of a chance there in that situation. We do see a slight back range that's possibly going to be happening here in just a few moments as DNZ sees... Oh my god. Oh my god. If he pushes through here, that's going to be so sick. I have to see it. He has to get at least 2, right? Doesn't look like his teammates will be able to finish it up. Ultimatum now down once again. Last man standing, as we do have all 5 players alive for F4F. And here's the bad thing about it, is that F4F is going to be able to have massive map control in this situation. But they do end up all going back. I think they were afraid of a possible back rage that could actually happen. But normally what you will see is about 3 people staying back here. You'll see 1 trying to go down to lower tunnels just to make sure they don't have a leak going in as well. But I think they're afraid of a back rage. That's why No Wolf is going to be sitting back there. So Slap once again on the back foot, as we did see previously on Siege of Shanghai. Gonna have to really play some hard-nosed Battlefield here to try and get themselves out of this. Nice pick up there from Ultimatum, but he does get a trade out there. Thiago will be able to pick him up. JP now pushing on in for this slap squad. Spots out one coming in from the tunnels. And he realizes, you know what, I got to make something happen here fairly quickly, as he is the last man alive. That plant will go down here, probably onto that B side. I don't imagine they're going to be going outside. They may. We do see Mick with the bomb in hand. I don't think he realizes where JP is at, as the rest of his teams are going to be able to get that call out. JP still alive here. Will be able to pick up Thiago. Can he pick up a second one? He cannot. That's going to be almost a wipe there. We do see those last second spawns coming in for Slap. Sasha will be coming down into elbow. We do see a push into mid. Not going to be happening. There's the C plant potentially happening here in just a few seconds. Ultimatum, though, should be in a position here to stop this. The nade is not going to be going over there towards that C site. Will be able to get that hip fire spray. Nice shots going down, but eventually does get two teamed. So we might be seeing a very quick game going down here, unless Slap can defend this. And we do see Sasha going down almost immediately. There is a drop going in, as Fit for Fight has lost a member. By the way, wanted to point out that Mick has just now died. That's his first death of the game. And we do see X now picking up at least one. We'll go in for that defuse. Should be able to get it. That's a full squad wipe going down. Slap getting another opportunity here to stay in this match. And we'll see if they're going to be able to convert this into a point. Once again, we have seen time and time again. Actually, Fit for Fight, I think, versus Limited Edition had a drop. So this is definitely not good in this situation. We'll see if they're going to be able to fight back from this. Hit will be able to get that first kill coming around the corner. Bomb carrier now making his way up through tunnels. Ultimatum does get taken down, as well as Sasha. Beautiful play right there. Hit just doing an amazing amount of damage, but finally does get taken out. X now going to be following it up with the bomb in hand. We do see a push coming out from Chowder, just to make sure we don't see anybody from the outside coming in towards that C site. There's the plant, and we do have Thiago now making his way up through the main hall as well. This is a terrible position for this Fit for Fight squad. Chowder will be able to pick up one. Oh my God, gets the turnaround on Mick. Not even sure what he was thinking there in that situation, but Ultimatum now gets taken out. X and JP are the last members alive for this Slap squad, and they definitely cannot give this up. They need this bomb. They cannot go 2-0, and it is not looking like that's going to be the case. We do see those spawns now starting to flood in for Slap. Chowder will be able to pick up one. Trades out, though. Does he get revived? Looks like he will. The bomb now about to explode, as we do see that evening up. 1-1 here for Slap. And as much as I hate to say it, you know, Slap, they just need to take advantage of this drop. It sucks. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've been in competitions here, guys, where I've had drops as well. But, you know, everybody gets them, and everybody has to deal with them. We've seen it, each and every one of these teams having that same situation. And, you know, that's why we play a best of 3. You know, you kind of evens that out a bit. But Slap here, now in control of Tower. Do they play for time, try and just burn it down a bit? Now that that fifth player has joined back in, TZK, we'll see if he's going to be able to do much damage at all. Now that they do see a full 5-man crew, Ultimatum does get taken out. That's almost a full squad wipe. Chowder, last man alive. Can he stop this bomb carrier from moving? He cannot, as he is going to be going up through lower tunnels. Where are the spawns coming back from? Main. Terrible spawns, actually, from Slap, as they are not going to be able to make it in time. We might be seeing that B site being planted on here. Although bomb carrier does stall out, he's going to be waiting for his teammates to give him the go-ahead. TZK very low on health, will get taken out by X, but we do see an answer, 2-man answer actually there, as Mix will be able to take down both of those players. Sasha coming up, will be able to spawn the bomb carrier, but can't get the second one there next to Beepers. 2-on-4 situation. Chowder missing that shot completely. And Slap has yet to be able to clean this up. We are seeing more spawns coming back in, as basically the pressure is going to be heating up right now. We do see Fit for Fight threatening over here next to Connector. A three-man push will be happening. Nobody going down for Fit for Fight. That's going to be two here for Slap. And this is going to be a desperate hold right now for the Slap squad as they do get completely wiped out. Bomb now making its way in towards that Bravo site. And we will be seeing it going down, possibly a 2-1 to end out this round. 1 minute and 19 seconds left on the clock. Slap with those respawns coming back up. Nobody going outside, though, to try and get a little bit of a wraparound. As we will be seeing Ultimatum. Does he spot out the player sitting over to his left? No, he does not. Will get shot from behind. Nice little spot there. And it does look like Slap once again will be getting wiped up completely. And that, my friends, is going to be it for this round. 2-1 in favor here. Fit for Fight, able to, well, make it work at the very least. Having 4 players for the majority of that match. And being able to do a fairly decent job of negating a 2-1 in favor of Slap. So, fantastic play on their part. We'll see if they're going to be able to come back with another win and finish this off at a 2-0 for Slap, or will we be seeing Fit for Fight taking it to a third map? Slap not playing too bad there in that last match. They did get a couple of pretty good plants there. Unfortunately, just not able to prevent that pressure that was coming in, especially on that B side there towards the very, very end. A good job there for Fit for Fight of staying alive. You know, it's something that we've talked about, and the last 2 members there of Fit for Fight did end up getting some really good spawn points off that kept the pressure on Slap, and that did allow them to, well, get that last bomb site there. So we shall see here, guys. We have swapped sides. Fit for Fight now will be on the red, Slap on the blue. Once again, Slap, they are in a deficit at a 1-2, just like we saw in round or map number 1. So we have seen them coming back and fighting out of this very situation. And we shall see, ooh, mixed though. 316 ping. He's definitely having some issues here. As you can see, going from 30 to 316, that is definitely not a good sign. And, you know, if Mix drops out again, I don't know if they're going to be able to hold this off. So probably going to be seeing, much like we saw in the very first round, a 2-1 split. We do get the live from the teams, but probably going to be seeing a 2-3 split coming out for the U.S. team, 1-4 there for the Russian team. Not too sure if Fit for Fight's going to pressure it. We didn't see, we probably got a drop. We do. Mick has dropped out. So here are the way the rules work, guys. If you drop before there is a kill, so if you drop before there is a kill, then you can restart the server, or you restart the round. If you end up getting a kill and then a player drops after that, you have to play it. That's why we didn't see Fit for Fight getting a no live in the last one, to allow Mix to come back into the server to play, because they had already gotten a couple of frags there. And that is why on this time, when we do have the admin saying live and then all of a sudden a player drops, we are going to be restarting. Alright, so hopefully it's not going to take too long for the guy to get back in. He did crash out, and sometimes Wire doesn't want to work with you if that does happen, as well as the game just kind of wigging out on you. So, but anyways, guys, make sure you head on over to the website play.eslgaming.com/battlefield. We would absolutely appreciate that. Get involved with the BF4 community. We are going to be seeing winter season coming up here very, very soon. And if you want to make sure that you never miss any information from ESL, you can sign up, or I'm sorry, follow us on Twitter, ESL Battlefield, as well as our Facebook page. And of course, you can hit that follow button down below, and it will notify you every single time we go live on this channel. We do have the playoffs, which are going to be happening next weekend, Sunday, in fact, at 1300 Eastern. And that is going to be, at the very least, we are going to be seeing Elevate and Sponsorless in it. Most likely going to be seeing Pain as well. That last and fourth spot is going to be a toss-up, and we'll see if any of these teams are going to be able to claim that. Prize breakdown for the playoffs are going to work like this. First place is going to be able to get $2,500 and a trip to Cologne, Germany to play against the best of the best. They're going to be facing off in the offline finals of ESL One winter season for their chance at 30,000 euros. So can't really beat that for anything. And then second place is going to be able to walk away with $2,000, and then third and fourth will be able to walk away with $1,000 each. So if you do make it up in the playoffs, you are in the money, and you will be able to at least get something. So these teams, there is a lot riding on this, and we shall see if that's going to make the difference here between them. We do see 46 seconds as we are going to be going live once again. And if you guys are just joining us, this is the losers bracket, round number 1, which means that the team that loses this match, not map, but match, will be done for in the winter season. So far, Slap is 1 map ahead in this best of 3 series. So if we do have Fit for Fight able to take the win here in this second round, then we will be seeing a third map on Storm. And I have to say, I'm pretty interested to see how these teams will be playing out there. We did see Slap losing to Pain Gaming, but they did take at least 1 bomb. I think it was 3-1 overall. And here we go. We'll see what the breakouts are going to be for each of these teams. Fit for Fight could go for a fairly aggressive play there towards mid. We have seen that before. It's a very high-risk, high-reward type play. If you can get control of lower tunnels, you will be able to come back for some back rages. You'll also be able to come in onto staircases as well. So we'll see if that's going to be the case here. Going to go on board. Oh, it does look like they're going to be coming up to the upper tunnels as well. D and Z making his way over towards the bomb. Big push coming in, and they are successful in that first kill. And a second one as well. Fit for Fight looking fantastic as they get 3 down automatically. Bomb will be theirs, and there is nobody to stop them from planting on top of this alpha site. We do see 1 player alive that is going to be Ultimatum, but what can he do in this situation? Absolutely nothing, as he does get taken down. Spawns are going to be coming in for Slap as they frantically make their way across the map, but my God, that was a wonderful start there for Fit for Fight, as they did have that 4-man push successfully working in their favor. And X is now going to be fighting up with his crew. See if they can overwhelm this Fit for Fight squad. So far, they are not going to be able to do so. 2-on-3 situation. We see the spawns coming in. X a little bit slow there on the trigger. JP does trade out. It's now a 1-on-1 as Sasha's going to be coming in, but the spawns are too fast there for Fit for Fight. Out down to Ultimatum. Squad wipe comes in, and we are going to be seeing a 3-1 game going down here as Fit for Fight taking a huge lead in this second map. Fantastic start to the game right there. 1-minute and 30-second bomb, I might add. That is a crazy, ridiculous time. And we are going to be seeing Mix now getting taken down. Tiago also getting picked up. We do have 1. That's going to be TZK from Fit for Fight. We'll be coming around the backside. And all he can do right now is just buy time for his team just to get set up onto the bomb. He's not really there to do too much damage, although he is in a position to do a lot of damage. Fit for Fight though. Oh my God, D&Z pulling off some crazy moves there into lower tunnels. X still 0-4, 1-3 there for JP. So yeah, they are just rolling over this Slap squad in terms of frags. Mix looking pretty good down in the lower tunnels. We do see TZK now meeting up with the rest of his squad. Slap just getting completely rolled here. Chowder knows, you know what? I just need to make sure that I get some spawns off from my teammates. We cannot be going down like this. As you do see Chowder will be able to wipe that up. A little bit of a team kill there, but X should be able to get the revive. Oh, man, but Tiago comes in from the backside. The plant has gone down onto B. Huge slip-ups going down here for Slap. And we could be seeing a 4-1 ending this out as a huge, huge win right now for Fit for Fight, especially after that very close loss onto Siege of Shanghai. And you do see Fit for Fight now starting to clear out inside kitchen. We'll be able to pick up at least 2. TZK looking good here this round. X, the last man alive. That bomb, no way that they're going to be able to make it in time. We do see a frantic push to try and get onto the defuse. X will be able to do just that, but he gets shot from behind. Not going to be the case. And we will be seeing map number 2 going into the favor here of Fit for Fight, 4-1. And they look so dominant there in that second round. I mean, ending it out 3 minutes and 27 seconds. I'll repeat that. 3:27. They won that. 2 bombs went down in 3 minutes and 27 seconds. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous time. Because you have to remember here, guys, 45 seconds for the plant time. Which means that a minute and a half of it, the bomb was actually there. So for almost half of the game, the bombs were planted. That is just crazy. That's insane. So anyways, we do see Fit for Fight looking very, very good there. They will be able to get their first map on the board in this match. As we do move on over to Paracel Storm. And this map, I really don't know who is going to be the favorite here on this one. I have never seen Fit for Fight play this map. I have seen Slap play it before, but it's been against teams that really they weren't really going to have much of a chance at all of winning against anyways. So we shall certainly see if they have any kind of momentum there in the tank, trying to pull themselves out of this. Wow, that was a crazy round. That was a fast, crazy round. We are going to be switching servers at the half, so there's going to be a slight little delay there, and we'll see if that has any kind of impact on these players at all. If Mix is able to stay in this entire time, I'm feeling like Fit for Fight has some pretty good momentum on their side. Just Slap needs to make sure that they don't go down at a 2-0. If they go down at a 2-0, it's not going to be looking too good for them. This is going to be live, as called out by the admin there. And normally what we will be seeing here on this map, got about 1 engineer, usually for the US team, throwing those rockets over there towards the B houses, the solo building, just to make sure that they can't really use that as cover. About the only time that you do see the Chinese team pulling out, or the red team pulling out any kind of rockets, is when they are basically pushed back all the way into their own spawn. The plant has gone down. Then they'll pull out rockets just to kind of bring down some of those walls. Should be seeing at least 1, maybe 2 players going over here towards the west side of the map, towards A, for each team. Usually we do see a big push here from the US team to try and wrap around coming up through Solo House. We'll normally see a guy set up on Solo House. 1 or 2 may play over here into Bravo buildings. Haven't really seen too many teams go out for a wide flank on the Chinese side anymore. Most of the time you do see just the US team going out for a flank, and a lot of times he doesn't even go way out towards the east. A lot of times he just kind of cuts up through here to the middle, just slightly to the east of the basketball court, and play it from there. And then of course you will be seeing some teams pushing up maybe 1 to 2 players fairly aggressively towards the bomb itself. Not really sure if Slap is going to get too aggressive here. They are going to be on the Chinese side. Uh-oh, do we have another drop? Oh, okay. So we have one of the casters dropping. So we are not going to be live here this match, as we are going to be waiting for him to join on up. I don't know why. I don't know why we just did that. If Melagini was joining. That's awesome. All right. So we're gonna have more delays. We're just gonna have delays today, guys. My 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 3 hour time limit is not gonna work. Oh man. All right, so now this should be live. Everybody is in the server. We got Ritala and Melageni. Oh man. uh, I love the conversations in chat sometimes. They're a good distraction. But anywho's, so with us switching sides now, Slap will be on the U.S. team. Probably going to be seeing at least one rocket from him. Probably going to be blowing down a solo house right there into the front of solo house. Probably going to be hitting at least one, maybe two rockets over here onto Bravo buildings. We will be seeing most likely a two-man push on A. You almost have to on this map, because if you allow the other team, if you allow the Chinese team into, if you allow them into the ditch right there to push up towards that alpha site, it is very easy for them to grab the bomb real quick, come back over here towards solo house, and then just a quick jaunt into A. And there is enough cover there. There are enough places that they can kind of head glitch over it in order to prevent you from coming in from that B tower and basketball court to defend onto that A site. So you really need to answer back with at least two players from the U.S. team. Don't know if they're going to go for a flank. I haven't really cast Slap a whole lot on this map, so honestly do not know if they're going to go for a very wide flank or not. And you see, wow, two engineers. Really, two engineers for Fit for Fight. That is a really interesting play there, because there's not a whole lot for them to actually use those rockets on. I could see one, but I'm kind of curious as to why they're going to be doing two. Hey, they're going to be showing me something new, so looking forward to that. And, you know, in fact, we're just going to go ahead and get a bird's eye view of this breakout. And we'll see how they are going to be playing this. Looks like we are going to be seeing at least one flank coming in for Slap. So you can see him set up. That is going to be Chowder. Don't know if he's going to be cutting straight through or if he's going to go all the way around. And nobody is going to be going in. Well, we do see two. So they are going to be mirroring this. Flank for flank. But we don't see anybody going up in the Bravo buildings just yet. Very wide flank going in. There's those rockets from Slap that we were talking about before. And no, Slap is not going to be going in for a wide flank. Instead, they're going to be playing very passive there onto that flank. There's a push coming in for Fit for Fight. That's going to be TZK to get that first kill. He will be able to grab that bomb. And they are going to be able to just kind of jaunt it over to the other side of the map. We do see a little bit of back race from Ultimatum taking down TZK. That's a very good win there onto their part. Bomb carrier will now be neutral, as we do see the hit coming in to see if he can wipe up these last couple of players. Ultimatum and Chowder both doing some really good work. JP also going to be able to pick up a kill as well. D and Z, though, fighting from the other side of the map now. Try and clear this out as much as possible. TZK, though, to get that last log kill there to finish out solo house. We do see a plant coming in here for Slap, but they don't have all 5 players up and alive. That is a big kill there for Ultimatum. No flakes are going to be coming in. And now you do see Fit for Fight making their way back towards this Bravo side. Now, if they can secure B, which is definitely a hard site to secure for Slap, if they can actually get this Bravo flag, we might be seeing a 2-0 in their favor. It is definitely going to be up to Fit for Fight to try and come in here and get the defuse. Mick might go for it. No, it doesn't look like he is going to be the man to do it. Trying to clear out as much of these buildings as possible. Sasha, Ultimatum, and JP, the last man's alive. You see JP set up, and he does end up getting the kill there. But the teammate here for Fit for Fight should be able to finish him out, and he does. JP going down, but look at this coming in for the backside. Beautiful plays right there, but no, Chowder able to come in with the 2-piece at the last second to finish it out. 1-0 there for Slap. That was a crazy play. I thought they were going to be able to get onto the defuse, especially with the plays that we saw coming in from DNZ and Mick there at the very, very tail end of that, but just not enough. So that means here, guys, that we are going to be seeing Slap now with a slight advantage, and they have their choice. They can go for A or C. Both of them are I would say C is definitely the better one to get if you get a squad wipe. A is just very difficult to hold overall, but they can't be too lackadaisical here about it. They need to make sure that they don't have a counter plant very quick in this match. Slap will be coming around the backside. JP, though, missing his opportunity to take down the planter. So now with that bomb down, Slap's going to have to try and figure out how to poke on in. And Ultimatum not being able to get any of those frags. We do see X now coming up. We'll be able to spot out one. Take down the hit. Don't know how he didn't see that second player. That was a huge misplay there on his part. And we are probably going to be seeing, a 1-1 tie game. And honestly, that is definitely Slap's fault all along. Should not have been able to allow it to get that bad, but we do see JP getting onto the defuse at the last second. He's about halfway there. We'll see the push coming in. His teammate not able to finish it out, and no, they are not going to be able to get that defuse, and we will be seeing it 1-1. Fit for Fight answering back very, very quickly here. Let's take a look at the times, actually. 1:49 to 3 minutes and 24 seconds. So, yeah, very, very quick counter plants going down. Almost as soon as that bomb will spawn back in, they were able to get that plant on top of A. So, Slap missing out on an opportunity to go 2-0 really big in this round, and we'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We do see Chowder now setting up inside the trenches. We'll be facing off against Hit here. Nice pickup there from Hit, pre-firing around the corner, able to pick up Chowder. Still a lot of time there on the clock. Almost 6 minutes left in this match. But oh my god, Hit coming up with a massive flank, picking up 2, down to X and Ultimatum for Slap. And that C site is definitely ripe for the picking. We do see Ultimatum missing every single one of the shots, getting hit from behind now. And he has to know he's right behind him. Oh my god, Ultimatum trying to go in and just get the bomb carrier, but he had to know he would have had a better chance of fighting if he just turned around, but instead, we do see that bomb going down, now down to the one player, X, in a 1v5 situation, and they will be getting flanked completely. Squad wipe does end up coming in. We do see Slap spawning on the other side of the map just to try and get maybe a little bit of a flank going down. Chowder also going to be coming in as well. But this is looking like Fit for Fight might be able to wrap this up. We do have 4 players in for Slap. Mix is going to be able to pick up Slap. One, and possibly a second kill here. No, he's not. He doesn't end up falling. We do see a possible defuse going in, and they should be able to make it. No, they do not. 2-1 in favor right here of Fit for Fight. Answering back extremely fast right there, guys. 5 minutes and 22 seconds to end out that round. Especially after how fast we saw Slap being able to pick up B. B, one of the harder sites to actually get as well. That's what the surprising part was, is that is a very difficult site to actually hold, and Slap was able to do it. All right, so now we are going to be switching on over to a different server here, guys. Now, it's not too awful bad. Slap only dropped 1 bomb there. And, I mean, really, they could answer back just like they did in Siege. But again, they will be on the back foot. We are going to be seeing Fit for Fight in the lead once again. I think Fit for Fight has taken the lead every single map so far. I think first round of every single map they've gone up 2-1. So in my opinion right now, this is definitely Fit for Fight's map to lose. They have the momentum going in their favor. They were looking fairly decent there in terms of frags. I think Tiago was actually the only player that was going negative on Fit for Fight. The rest of them looking really, really good just in their pushes and in the amount of frags that they were getting. So we'll see if they're going to be able to keep that up or not. Once again, guys, this is the Group B stages, so if you want to check that out, just type in ! bracket. You can see how the previous matches have gone. And I hope I'm in the right server. Yes, I am. And so you can check those out. It'll put a link right down into the chat. And of course, we do have 2 more matches tonight. We are going to be seeing the winner's bracket, which will decide who is going to be able to secure their place in the #1 seed for the playoffs for Group B. And then we will have our loser's bracket round 2 match, which will be deciding who is going to be able to make their way into the #2 seed. So both of these teams, they are definitely not wanting to give this up. Again, if you do make it up into the top 4 spots, you are in the money. First place is going to be walking away with $2,500. Second, $2,000. Third and fourth will be walking away with $1,000 each. So there is definitely a reason for these guys to not give this up. Alright, so we are just waiting right now for these guys to jump on in. Once again, do apologize for these delays, guys. Not much that we can do, though. Alright, so we'll see how we're going to be faring here. Looks like we do have everybody in. And we should be getting a restart and a go live in just a few moments. So, Slap here on the ropes. We'll see if they got what it takes to pull it out. This is the last and final round, potentially. We could be seeing an overtime. That is definitely possible. If we do see Slap going in and able to secure themselves 2 bombs, and Fit for Fight is managing to be able to get 1 more, then we will be seeing a overtime going down. But with the way Fit for Fight is playing right now, I don't know if that's going to be the case. They looked extremely strong there on lockers. I mean, they rolled them 4-1 overall, and I mean, they just looked dominant in that second half. They were able to win it in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, basically 3.5 minutes for an entire round. 2 bombs. That's not an overtime round. That's a legitimate regulation time round. They were able to end that out. I mean, just insane game. And now they're coming in here on the Paracel Storm. We're able to end it out at about 5.5 minutes with 2 bombs of their own. We did see Slap gaining a little bit of momentum there at the very beginning, but that was quickly shut down from a counterplant from Fit for Fight. Some bad decision making, I think, on the side of Slap, just in where they were positioning their players, what gunfights they actually went after, that type of situation. So, maybe the pressure is getting to Slap right now, and they're starting to crack a little bit. Fit for Fight wanting another chance to face off against potentially limited edition. I'm not saying that Payne is going to take limited edition there in the winners, but it's a very good potential that that's going to happen. And it does look like we are waiting for 1 more player to load in. Oh, no, we are wrong sides. Okay. There we go. And this is usually the moment that we have a drop. So cross your fingers, cross your toes. Let's hope we don't have a drop coming in. We'll be able to get this thing started. All right, looks like everybody has joined up and is in still. Good luck, Sour being thrown out. And I would imagine we're going to be seeing somewhat of the same in terms of kits. I don't think we're going to be seeing any engineer kits. Well, maybe one for Slap. Nope, Slap is deciding to go all meds. Should be seeing at least one there for Fit for Fight, though. They're going to be waiting in for their spawns to come in. We'll go ahead and just check out exactly where they're going to be spawning in here for Slap. Looks like Slap, all 5 players are going to be coming in towards the east side of the map. Tiago is going to be coming in with an engineer kit. Nobody going in for a flank. There we go. We do see one player coming in for the flank, and JP actually might come in onto the west side as well to mirror that. Nope. Nope. Looks like JP is going to be spawning back over here. So we are going to be seeing a 5-man push over here towards the east side of the map. Probably going to be just staying a little bit shy here of the Bravo buildings. Maybe set one guy up inside Bravo, one solo, 2 possibly going up to the bomb, and 1 flanking out wide just to make sure that they don't get a really good flank from that east side of the map, or I'm sorry, the west side of the map. But this is really going to be interesting, especially since nobody is going to be countering. Nobody's going to be countering Mick right here. And we'll see where Tiago's going to be throwing these rockets. Probably going to be take out at least 1 window there inside Solo, and maybe 1 there onto Bravo. Not going to be the case, as the bomb will be going into the favor here of Fit for Fight. They will be moving it over towards the east side of the map. Almost getting a shot there, and into mid. Not going to be the case, though, and looks like Slap will be able to win out on the battles towards the west side of the map. But TZK making his way here towards Alpha. Sasha should be able to cut him off, no problem. He needs to make sure they hit those shots, and they miss every one of them. Sasha there, they got to start hitting those shots. It's the second time we've seen that player not able to connect on a bomb carrier when they should. And that could actually spell disaster. We do see another potential replant coming down. Now, Slap will be able to clean up every single one of those players. And now they're going to be making their way most likely over here towards this Charlie side. It is a little bit easier. And we are going to be seeing players already set up. As Sasha is going to be leading that charge. So we'll be able to spot out 1 and 2 players. Making sure that they're not going to be getting wrapped on. Nice pick up there onto the engineer kit. Mix, though, will be able to trade out and finish it up. JP also is going to be left alone. This is definitely not a good position for him to be in. You can hear the footsteps. We'll be able to spot him out. That is going to be 1, and not going to be getting that second one. So low on health. Had to be, yeah, 5 health that was left there. And it does look like Slap deciding to try and move it to the other side of the map. But Fit for Fight, going to try and stall the map for as long as possible. Mick now coming in here from the backside. And this is a very dangerous position to be in. They don't have the high ground, and they don't have anybody to really support their push here onto A. A lot of teams really falter here, especially when they get that bomb down on the defense. You can see JP now setting up on the backside of Trench, immediately getting taken down, though. That is a huge loss. 2-3 here. X looking for any kind of a push coming back from main. Not going to be seeing anybody just yet. He will be able to spot out 1 back behind Sniper Tower. And he is going to be able to spot him going up inside Sniper Tower. Susho should be able to get an easy kill there. Ultimatum, though, coming in from the backside. Will be able to finish him off. X, not fast enough there on the triggers. Willing to going down. Ultimatum now up top, sending basically over the bomb itself. Gets wiped. And that is going to be it there. No plant for Slap. And again, it's coming down to, can he defend on that A site? And the answer is no. Slap is not going to be able to do that, as we will be seeing that defuse going down. And possibly a counterplane here onto C. Look at how they're going to be set up. Hit will be set up inside Solo House. We are also going to be seeing 1 pushed in over next to the crates on C. And that is just a really, really good setup so far for this Fit for Fight squad. If they go up 3-1 again, I don't know if they're going to be able to make it happen. Tiago going over here towards this Bravo side. Rockets should be coming back in for Slap, as you can see the explosion there. And they have stopped that bomb from going down, which will make it a lot easier for them to get out of the situation. Possibly going into a plant onto that C side of the map. We'll be able to spot out 2 players. And D and Z looking really, really good right now. Currently 7-5. So Fit for Fight backed up into a corner a little bit. Down to 3 players. But they know where the bomb is going to be at. They have already halted this positioning of Slap. X will be able to finish that out. Nice pick up there with the G18. Spots that one from afar. Chowder going down as well. So they will be able to get the call out as to where they are at on the map. Ultimatum coming around the corner. Can he finish up that last frag? Looks like Sasha coming in from the backside will be able to do just that. The plant should end up going down. We do have DNZ spotting out one of the frags, or one of the players here from Slap, going over onto Waterside. And a really quick 2 kills going in here. Not looking good for Slap, as we're also going to be seeing Sasha getting picked up as well. X and JP, once again, last men alive to try and make this happen. Really good frag there from X, but he's very, very low on health. Will end up getting completely overrun there. Not enough cover coming in from his team. We do see Chowder with that rocket. Not going to be able to connect there with the shot. Anybody getting onto the defuse. We do see 2 players right next to the defuse. Fit for fight here. Looking like they might be able to get it. No. Ends up going down. JP able to come in at the last second, get at least one of the kills. DNZ now is going to be trying to make it happen. And I think they just will be able to get that bomb. So Slap able to stay alive here narrowly. Very, very close. And we'll see if they can do some damage. They have got him somewhat backed up into a corner. Ultimatum with that nice shot there. Delaying a lot of these pushes coming out from Fit for Fight. Fit for Fight, though, they are not looking good. 3 down right there next to that B tower. We're also going to be seeing Tiago coming in from main. Bomb is going to be back up. No, what is Slap doing? Slap all pulling back. This is a big mistake on their part. All 5 players actually pulling back for the bomb. I really don't like that decision here, guys. They had really good map position. They could have held strong there at B tower, but that's not going to be the case. JP now pulling all the way back towards basketball court. We do see a possible push coming in here for Slap to A. But time and time again, A has proven to be a very difficult bomb site to go for. TZK coming up onto basketball court. We'll be able to find one. Takes out JP. And he looks like he's going to be able to get an assist on a second one. Slap now trying to just stay alive. The bomb carrier moving further and further back into his own territory. Hit is going to basically be able to get the bomb right next to the B or C site. And they will be able to get basically a wipe there. Slap definitely not looking good there in that engagement. Chowder is going to be able to take down the bomb carrier. Can he pick up the second one? He does. That is going to be leaving it down to only 3 players. Revives are going to be coming in. Slap on the wall here. Needs to make sure that they do get this wipe. Get the bomb back in their possession. They can still prevent it from going down and go into an overtime. 2-2 evened up here. But if they can shut this out, it's definitely where they want to sit at. X now going to be coming up inside Bravo buildings. They do have the bomb in hand, but look at the spawns coming in as Mick will be coming up towards the top side of B buildings. Slap, though, already making the way towards Solo House. And Chowder right now running for his life just to get the bomb out of their possession. If he can actually make it over here into A with those spawns, spawn now with the cover. And it does look like Sasha is going to try and hold this off. We'll be able to pick up at least one. Can he pick up 7? He does! Gets a 3rd as well! Oh my god, can he pick up a 4th? Sasha going huge right there! After so many fails, comes big with the 4-piece. Stopping that, getting the squad wipe, and now Slap could actually end this out right now. As Sasha just going massive in that one moment. Chowder will be setting up, making sure he can catch a couple of these guys off of main spawn. 2 players are going to be coming up over there onto the east side of the map. Not going to be the case, though. Chowder spotting out both of them, and that's another squad wipe coming in. Slap here. They have this game wrapped up. If they do not make any mistakes here, they should be able to take it, and it looks like they will. Fantastic ending there to a great series as we see the GG well plays being thrown out. Insane ending there. Sasha with a huge play right there to win Slap the match. Now we are going to be seeing Slap moving on forward into the next loser's bracket. I have to say that they're gaining some momentum. They looked terrible there on lockers. They did. They looked horrible on lockers, and they made some stupid mistakes there at the very end of Paracel Storm. But In the end, they were able to fight their way back. Now they're going to have to face off against potentially limited edition. I highly doubt that Pain is going to be faltering against limited, but we'll just say for devil's advocate here that limited edition is going to go down, and we are going to be seeing Slap versus limited. I think that Slap could actually have a little bit of a chance versus those guys, especially with the momentum that they're going to be able to get off of this last match. I mean, yes, they are wiping their brows. They're like, whew, we won that one. It was close, but they did win it nonetheless. And they got to be feeling pretty good about that. This is the furthest I think that Slap has ever made it in a group stage. So they are one match away, basically, of securing themselves the #2 seed in the playoffs, which I think would be the first time that we ever had two North American teams making up into the playoffs at once. So it will be very, very interesting to see for sure. But anyways, guys, we're going to be heading into our next match, which will be Limited versus Pain Gaming. And that is going to be coming up very, very shortly. I believe both of the teams should be in the servers. Should be in the server, so we shouldn't have too much of a delay, and we're going to be getting right to it. So anyways, guys, quick break, shouldn't be too long, and we'll be right back. Make sure you don't go anywhere.
When I feel you on my skin, but here